Hi everyone, welcome to my very first intuitive card reading on YouTube. Not my first intuitive card reading, my first one on here. And I hope the music is not too loud. Anyway, let's do a little bit of just setting the mood because, yeah, and I hope I don't burn my carpet. Because it feels like energy's a little bit stagnant around here, a little bit. So, here we go. And I've actually been sick the entire week, so I can't really even still I can't smell things very well. I completely lost my sense of smell and taste. It's been crazy, but just getting it back today. I just started kind of tasting food again. So um, yeah, and you know what? Let me just do a little bit of like clearing or aura. Okay, so just a brief energy clearing there. Alright, so we're gonna do an intuitive card reading, like I said. We're gonna do first, I picked just two of my favorite decks, the Shadowscape Tarot, and I do intuitive card reading though, okay? Not tarot card reading, which is, there's a lot of programming behind that, so I focus more on the images and just the feeling of the energies themselves. Sometimes I will refer to the tarot meanings if I think they're significant, but for the most part, I don't do that. Okay, so, and then we're going to do the wisdom of the oracle later. That's going to be the second one right there. Anyways, hope you guys are doing well today. On this, today is June 18th, 2022. It is 8:30 p.m. here in the Paris region. And soon it'll be, the moon will be at 0 degrees Aquarius, which is why I decided to jump on here and do this little card reading. I wanted to do it live, but for some reason I still don't have the right to do that. Like, my YouTube channel is very new, so I still don't have that option on there. So I'm recording it and I'm just going to post it, but you know, I've done it live next time. And maybe you guys can join in live. Okay, so let's pick the first card here. Let's see what it wants to go over here. And so this could pick up the energies of you or people around you. And of course, you know, not every single message will be for you because this is a group card reading, but if you were drawn to this post, there will be something for you. So we got the Five of Swords, by the way. Sorry, it's like the lighting isn't that good here, but I hope you can see that. I'm gonna switch the lighting next time. That is the Five of Swords. And so I'll just pull out, you know, as many as I think are gonna pop out here from this deck, and then I'll say what I think about them all together. I like doing that, you know, like, oops, there's one that fell. Ooh, wow. Ooh, 10 of Cups, like, yeah. Okay, sounds good. Oh, the Queen of Swords. And this one came in reverse. Sometimes I do like to acknowledge when they're in reverse, you know, especially with this deck, and then I have another one too where when they're in reverse I take it into account. This one was kind of sideways, so this is very interesting. The Ten of Cups, and this, of course, to me is screaming like relationships, right? And then the Hanged Man. You get this one. All right, so many of you might already have a, you know, the basic knowledge of the tarot meanings and stuff. So And when you're doing a intuitive card reading, you also want to focus on the just what you feel, and then the images, of course. And here I'm feeling a lot of, like I said, relationship maybe issues, or in the podcast episode I just recorded like a few days ago, this was also, I think it was even the same card that came out. Yeah. So a lot of transformation. I had said this in my podcast. There's a lot of transformation going on in terms of relationships, and maybe some issues as well, for some of you. Um, but there are other people that are in this transition phase of not being in a relationship, because you're making space, right? You got to make space for the new ones to come in, for the new people, not just in romantic relationships, but also in terms of friendships. Um, Now the Five of Swords comes to mind. It's like we're cutting all these ties, right? You're still working on cutting some ties, and yeah, this is, to me, it's what it seems like, because it can be difficult to get rid of energetic ties with people, even when you've cut ties physically. You still have them in your mind. You may have them in dreams as well. And it's like you're like this still, kind of, you want to be like this, but in this physical reality, it might not be working out. And in terms of friendships, it doesn't necessarily have to be just romantic relationships, but I do think that this is a big thing. Um, but but we do tend to cling on to people, thinking, oh, I could have made it work out, or yeah, why didn't things turn out the way I was expecting them to? We tend to have all these expectations, right, towards people. Um, and so what we're being asked to do is literally see things from a different perspective. That's why this dude is hanging upside down. It's like, look at things from a different perspective, right? Like, you had to let go of certain people because that was the only way that you were going to grow, and that you were going to allow them to grow. So this transition phase. It seems like it's lasting quite a while. It's like these themes are very reoccurring lately in the cards I pull out and stuff. And like you got the Queen of Swords. So this is a queen that is focusing a lot on like the intellect, and anything that has to do with the mind. And she's okay. So what's catching my eye here is that she's letting go of these butterflies. You see that? So again, letting go. Lots of letting go. And you see how there's like the strings are like attached on there. It's like, I don't know if you can see that. It's like there's like these little strings almost attached to the butterflies, and she's like setting them free. Yeah, because in order to really be in union, because it's I keep coming back to this one. It's like within yourself. You got to do that within yourself first, okay? And in order to do this, you've got to really find like where is it that you're still holding on to something, or still yeah, fear. That's what's coming to my mind right now, is maybe a certain fear. One of the two energies, either the masculine or the feminine, or both. It's like yeah, we tend to the masculine energy sometimes can be really intimidating, right? But it's not because it is strong necessarily. I mean, yes, but like it's trying to show that it's strength, but it's because it's scared, or because it's suffering, or going through some sort of pain. So there's some healing that needs to be done there for a lot of us in terms of the masculine energy, and this can be seen in the collective as well. But first you got to start with yourself. See, that's my point. It's like when you start with that, you'll start seeing also that in your personal relationships, things are going to start shifting in a way to actually yeah, reflect that inner work, right? So yeah, so keep cutting the ties with people that can't really be there for you. Sometimes it's not that they don't want to, it's just that they don't have that capacity, not to the extent that you would like them to be there for you. And really stepping into your power of, like, like, yes, be the queen, let those butterflies go, but also know, like, avoid that overthinking, because this is also in regards to that. It's like there's a lot of overthinking, perhaps, like, yeah. All right, let's see what the wisdom of the oracle has to say in terms of, just to, like, to add on to this, because I like this one to add, like, just kind of a lighter note. This deck is really nice. It has, like, it's an oracle deck. It's not a tarot deck, so it's like it's more about messages, like to complement what we just saw. And I'm just thinking, see if anything else comes to mind and other cards. So I always pick the ones that fly out. Sometimes it can take a while. Okay. Wait, now they're just slipping out of my hand. Hold on. No. All right. Okay, so yeah. Oh, yeah. I was gonna say, don't you have anything? There's one. Let's see if there's any other one that wants to come out. So just to show you, it's like orphaned. Orphaned is the card. So yeah, this is like a girl sitting there all alone. Hmm. So yeah, it does get lonely, right? It gets lonely, like when you've done the work of getting rid of the relationships that don't serve you to make space for new ones. But this is interesting, because that's very similar to the message that I had gotten a few days ago. It's like, yeah, it does feel lonely. Yeah, chaos and conflict. No place like home. Yeah, no place like home. So it's like we're trying to find a crowd that looks like home, perhaps, or like maybe a job. Maybe you're looking for a job right now, and it's like not turning out the way you were expecting, or maybe you've started a new job or a new company and things are not actually working as well as you thought they would since the get-go, right? So there's this going on inside of you. It's like all the little pieces are, but see, the pieces are coming together. It just like I said, we need time, right? Like, mhm. Um like for the universe to actually make things fall into place, because you gotta you've gotta let it, I guess, that, yeah, have the time to adjust to your new frequency, you're changing. And yeah, this is like, it's a very similar energies to the card reading I did for the podcast last time. It's just amazing. It's giving me very similar messages. So yeah, and it makes sense, because not a lot has changed since when was it that I did this one? Like 2 days ago. But I wanted to do one here to show images of cards, because I'm doing card readings very often during my podcast episodes, and nobody can see the cards. So this is a new option I decided to do, in order for people to be able to see it. And because I've been doing live podcasts on Fireside, and not everybody has access to Fireside since it's only available for iOS. But if you're interested, by the way, I have one coming up tomorrow. You can request the link anytime, whenever you're catching this video. It's like I do them every Sundays. So that's an option. But yeah, I wanted to make sure I did this, and without people watching at the same time on Fireside perhaps was a better option too, because it allows me to just calmly more like connect with the people that might be tuning in even at a later date, and when I have people there live, it can be a little bit distracting. Although I might do one, at some point if, for the audience there too, but I kind of prefer like this. Um, yeah. Let me see if there's anything else that wants to come through for you from these cards. Yeah, so it's yeah, just a matter of time, really. Patience. Like, I know there's a lot of things that are going to happen in the next couple of months. There's going to be more movement, in terms of opportunities, and people are going to be finding their tribes a lot, it feels like to me. And maybe even in terms of relationships, like romantic relationships, I do feel like a lot of it's happening a lot for several people in like in my immediate I guess circle, like, well, not that my circle is huge, but at least people I know from Instagram, for example. I've seen people that I know that are kind of running into their what they would call twin flame or soulmate, or whatnot. And it seems like it's happening more and more. So this year seems to be like the year for love. Like, that's just what's coming to mind right now. It's like a lot of couples are reuniting, couples that have been together in previous lifetimes, and not like the false twin flame thing, where it's like, because there are literally people that are sent here to distract you from your path, and that they feel like they're the one, but they're not. And that's super difficult. It's like karmic relationships, it's like those people that definitely you think, oh, that's definitely the one. It's like, but there's, if you pay attention, there's like a few little things or little red flags that you're like, not sure, but then you just want to ignore it because everything seems so perfect otherwise. But no, you got to really pay attention to those things, and don't let anything slide. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's all I wanted to say. That's all that comes to mind. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I think I'm going to be providing more of these card readings. I'm thinking about how I can develop this a little further. Maybe, I do, for anyone who wants a more in-depth card reading or more guidance, I do provide a service that's card reading or just cosmic guidance in general. I might do a different version of that, that might be available sometime soon for those who don't necessarily want to book an appointment, but that would like a card reading sent to them. That might be another option. So I'm exploring stuff here. See what works. Uh, Leave your comments below if you'd like to know anything in particular, about any card, or if you want to go further with the reading or whatnot. I'd love to hear from you guys. So yeah, don't hesitate to contact me if anything. And yeah, that's all I wanted to say for today. It was very nice to connect with you all, and I'll be doing these again. Yeah, have a great evening, day, or night, wherever you are. Bisous!